What's up, everyone? So the thunderstorm just really never came about, but it's kind of cold out, so I put an extra hoodie on. But I figured come out, try a little post-storm fishing now, see if we get any takers at the creek. At least it's not as crazy windy as it has been here. Starting off with the Mepps 4 that we were using at the river, had some luck on it, so figured we'd try it here, see if we have any largemouth or pike that want to take a swipe at it. What's up, Christopher? Hoping for a fish over here on the Mepps. I don't know what that was. Felt like a hit, but there's so many weeds in here too. I'm assuming it was probably a weed, but it hit good though. Like it was gonna be a big one. Oh, that was almost in the tree. That was almost bad. Had to cut it back real quick. Yeah, it's a weed there. That's exactly what that is. Now it's on my bait. Okay, it just fell off when I dropped it back in. It's still windy, just not as windy. But it is blowing right in my face. Oh, there's some massive, weird, swirly type action going on there, whatever that is. Probably a carp. Shoot, I just realized there's like a thing in my spool, the line over the top of my spool. Hang on. I gotta try to get that out really quick. Walk it off. Okay, it just came out. Look at the sun. The sun's trying hard to get to the clouds, but I don't think it's going to make it. Hit lots of weeds. Nothing coming back with it though, so that's okay then. If it was snagging up every time we casted, that would suck. But so far, so good. Nice. Wonder how many are in here. Got to be at least 3 alligators in here, and maybe 1 crocodile. Well, that was a really good cast right next to that structure, but no fish. Look at all the bros in here right now. Now we just gotta try to catch I want to catch a big, semi-big pike pretty soon, man. I'm starting to get worried that I can't catch a pike anymore. They're just not anywhere to be caught. It's crazy how it went from nothing but pike to nothing but bass. How you doing? Hello, hello. Yeah, definitely double tap that screen, helps the channel out, and it's totally free. Half the time you probably double tap it on accident anyways. Feel free to subscribe also. Hello, welcome in. That was like a slingshot right into the ground. Dude, it looped over my spool again for some reason. I gotta get it out again. Alright, it came out. It was just a little guy. To understand, sometimes I have issues with that. I almost always get like a strike by that tree. It's also where I caught my PB too. But it doesn't always produce. Hey, what's up, California? Welcome in, everyone. We're at 54 degrees right now. 85 yesterday, and it's going to be almost 80 tomorrow, but we're at 55 degrees now. So, who knows? Getting to the little shallow area here. We're going to skip past here a little bit. We're going to try here at the corner. Someone left their trash here. That's nice. I'm not taking it with me this time because I have to come back this way anyway, so I don't want to hold it the whole time I'm fishing. But I'll throw it out. Alright, so out in the middle, it's deeper, it looks unfishable here, but we have a small area we can fish out there. Caught lots of pike that way, bass, just bringing it back in. Just asking for one. That's all we're asking for. Preferably a pike. But largemouth bass, gladly welcome them too. We're fishing in Wisconsin. That's why we have such huge influxes of temperatures and drops of temperatures. Oh, I felt like a bite, but no, there's a weed on it. And actually, it was one of the most realistic feeling bites I got from a weed ever. It's crazy how this place changes, like, just a couple weeks at a time. as far as how you got to fish it, because the ecosystem changes so quickly on it too. Before we know it, it's going to be full of lily pads too. Yeah, I mean, it comes with the territory, at least, you know, in the states where I live. Kind of skips over spring and fall sometimes. It kind of just feels like it goes from winter to summer. Hello. I'm not sure what that means or what it says. Looks like it's in a different language. The weather, though, I looked at the next week forecast, and we got like a few days in the like mid high 70s. And there's a few more days that are in the mid 50s. Might be one day in the 80s. It's crazy. Fish don't know what to do anymore. Like just yesterday, they all came up to their beds, and then today it dropped down so low they probably all left again. Use the dark side to catch the fish. Oh, choke slam them. Force choke them. These are not the fish you are looking for. It's been pretty quiet down at this side of the creek. Usually this is a really big bumping side to catch fish, but it's just been a little odd this, beginning, or I shouldn't say beginning of summer, but, as we get close to summer. Dude, get off my thing. There's got to be at least one fish today, right? We caught 3 at the other place. Can't foresee all the fish over here not wanting to eat something either. It is a bit cold out though for myself, that's for sure. My hands get cold so fast. I'm using a MEPS for Aglia right now. Red and white spinner on it and a red and gold body. Hey, what's up? How you doing? There's a guy over there fishing with night crawlers. He's catching bullhead. What's that? Yuck. Yeah, it's nice and quiet here right now. No geese near. Trust me, it goes from being peaceful to not very peaceful very quick when those geese start messing around. As soon as I said that, I start hearing them squawking more in the background. Oh, I caught it. Oh, it fell off. I was going to say, I had a northern twig on. Very aggressive stickfish. Here, no, not yet. Today, though, we have caught 3 smallmouth, just not here. I caught the shoreline. Thank you. Okay, they started squawking, and as soon as I talked to them, they stopped again. So I think we're okay. But literally, like, I didn't hear a single goose. I had to invoke their name. Sounds like every time I mention the word goose, they start squawking. Yeah, I hear them again. I'm all sunburned to hell. Yesterday was brutal. I didn't have any sunscreen, but my dumbass didn't stop to buy any either. We're in Wisconsin. We have pretty much all the fish up here, most of them. Most of them that people care about, I should say. I'm sure there's other ones that are all over the U.S. that we don't have here, but we have all the main ones. Slight sun trying to peek through, so it's more of a... Dude, was that a bite? Oh yeah, I have a tiny northern pike just pecked at it twice. Oh, he just took off. I'm not kidding you. He was this big, this tiniest pike ever. And that's why I wasn't sure if it was a bite or not. And he hit it twice, and then he just stared at it, and then he took off. Wisconsin. And that would have been a pike, but would have been a real small pike. Still would have been happy with it, though. That was one of the tiniest pike I've seen. He wanted to eat it. He just didn't know. He was just like pecking at it. He couldn't get in his mouth or something. Or maybe he was just testing it too. Who knows? He seemed really interested in it though. Yeah, hit that button. Get some use out of it. People forget that you can double tap that screen. It makes it fun. Just keep just slam the screen a bunch of times. It's got to be in a double tap form though. I don't know if fists work, but you might have to use your fingers. Yeah, I didn't even... I don't know, that was more like a snake, but like, it was just like a boom. I was like, wait, did I like hit a weed or something? And then I felt it again. I saw my thing move, and then I saw the little tiny pike just right behind me. I don't have my glasses on. I probably could have got a better look at them, but I could still see them without them. Well, at least we had a follow. Nothing amazing, but sign of life is always welcome. What the hell was that? That looked like a freaking bite too, but I don't think that was. I didn't actually see the fish that time. But I was reeling it in, and all of a sudden the bait went back that way slightly after it felt like it either got hit or hit something, which would be odd to go that direction, but it's also odd that I'd be getting hit right there when it also gets a little weedy, I think. I don't know, I gotta be on guard now, you never know. They could be hits the way that thing was hitting. I think they still might be. Because they've literally, I'm telling you, man, they've been gone. Like, this is like day number 15 or 16 now. Practically like the beginning of March almost. Or not March, May, I mean. Because the pike season kicked off, I think, like May 2nd. And literally the season kicked off. And I think I caught 2 pike that day. And now I haven't caught a pike since then. I want to be the fish's father right now and catch one of them. And then I have to use the Jedi mind trick on them and convince the other fish, tell them to go back and tell the other fish, this is the bait you are looking for to bite. If that was a big pike, though, that we would have had that pike for sure. He would have not missed that bait. But like, I don't think that pike even had a big enough mouth to even really have a chance. I've caught some decent sized ones already this year, but that was before. Oh, I just had a bite. That was a bite for sure. But it was such a small little hit. Like, what's hitting it that it can't actually get it in its mouth? That time, I could not see the size of the fish, but that was a definite bite. The same, like, type of casting, you know? They're hitting it right as it's coming almost to the little shelf. But it also is perturbing that they haven't been able to eat it. Dude, I swear to God, that was another bite. I'm going to go insane here not knowing if I'm getting bites, because if I didn't see that one fish, I could chalk everything up to just hitting something, snagging something, weeds. But now that I see that one fish that one time, now I'm like, that's a bite. That's a bite too. The whole creek is biting right now. Every cast. Are you bringing me luck? I don't know. Depends what you're counting as being lucky. Is it the fishing or is it something else? Because fishing, no. We had a little peck at our bait, but I wouldn't consider that luck. Would have been lucky if he would have got on my bait. I have a swim bait, like a big old glide bait bluegill thing, but there's no point in really using it if there's not really a whole lot of northerns out there right now. Why not try a smaller bait? I mean, it's pretty dang small. It's not like I'm fishing big baits here. Do you consider that big? A fraud. It's just that small of a fish that it didn't even matter. It was probably like an 8-inch pike, so you can imagine how big their mouth is on that. Their brains are bigger than their hunger is bigger than their mouth. Alright, let's try a few more casts here, and I'm going to keep moving. And then probably on the way back, or wherever we decide, we can switch up to another lure. But I've had a follow back at least, and this lure was lucky earlier in the day. 3 bass on it, so just felt like the conditions were right for it, you know? They might be. They may not be. Maybe I'm just swimming it past fish right now and they just don't want to eat. I'm the Sith Lord of the fish. I'm not as good as Rey Skywalker, who didn't need any formal training in the Force. She just became the ultimate Jedi overnight. For me, it takes years of practicing the dark side. At this place, nothing so far. We've had 1 bite. Hey, look at that. It's a whopper plopper. It's a whopper plopper. No one even took it. Just sitting on a stick someone caught. And there's just a whopper plopper sitting here. A metal leader. It's a big old leader they were using with this whopper plopper. Oh, were they stick fishing with it? Oh, it had this little tie on, and this was tied on to the little tie. I just realized someone was using it as a fishing pole. A literal fishing pole. Like, what the hell? I would love to see someone use a whopper plopper like that. Yeah, like I was just like, I was like, what's going on with this? And I didn't realize until I pulled the string out that someone literally had it as a fishing pole. That's nuts. Yeah, oh no, it's a Berkeley Chapo. It's not even a whopper plopper. It's a Chapo. A little dirty. Got to be cleaned up, but it's fairly new. The hooks look good on it. Nice. Okay, let me put this away so it doesn't get hooked on me. That's an unexpected surprise, but a welcome one. That's crazy. Someone must have been real bored fishing and been like, there's no fish biting, so you know what we're going to do? We're going to hook a whopper plopper on a 12-inch metal leader to a freaking zip tie stick. Odd. The things you see and find when you're fishing sometimes. I don't think I've ever gotten that bored where I would have attempted that. Maybe they're making a YouTube video. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe they're like, hey, this will be a good one. Instead, it was good for us. What I don't understand is why would you leave it, though, even if you did something like that? Even if you're just bored or messing around. Maybe they caught a big one and it ripped it into the water and then someone found it afterwards. I just imagine like there are bass right there and they're just like taking the stick with the whopper plopper over the top of it. This keeps grabbing my line, man. Some of the reels I use do it worse than others. A lot of little fish right in front of me. I could catch bait if I wanted to and then cast that out, but not fishing like that yet. At least not today. sucks. I wanted to catch that pike. At least I could say I caught a pike finally in the last 2 weeks. It's probably the only pike we'll see today, though, because it's so young. I was still wondering too, we went fishing at the dam yesterday, and it's like all the fishing was just off up the dam. I didn't see anyone catching anything except for those little fish, like I said, on the shoreline. Sometimes it just feels off, you know. I'm still not sure about our time here right now, how that feels. At least we saw fish, so it doesn't feel fully off. I really was expecting to be able to catch a fish down here in this area, though. And there's still time. Still time. Let's move. Yeah, soon this whole side will be full of weeds and algae. And you can't fish with these types of lures over here anymore. You have to only use surface bait for most of the pond or creek, I mean. That's why the whopper plopper becomes prime bait at a certain time, because it's just the easiest to fish. And then there's other areas here that you won't be able to fish without using a frog, at least. I don't know, man. Fish are wacky. There's a fish skeleton right there. Decent sized fish skeleton, too. Looks like a bass. It's that weight thing right down there in front of me. Probably stinks, though. Had it briefly. We got more people showing up to fish. They're going out to the point, so we won't be able to get over there. There was people there when I got here, and now there's a bunch more people showing up. Maybe 5 people fishing over there. So I'm gonna have to go down to the rapids again, probably. And there's someone fishing over in the corner there, where I wanted to fish also, but you just gotta make do. I'm not someone that likes to just go over and slide into someone's fishing spot while they're fishing either. Whether or not there's space or not. That kid's running to the point to get there before the other kids get there. How you doing, Jerome? Alright, we're gonna have to head down. We gave this a good fish over with one fish attempt. He attempted twice though, so does that count as 2 fish? You can almost see right out in the middle there, it's so shallow, you can almost see the bottom starting to pop up right in the middle, where it's oddly shallow right there for some reason. There's a fish. I think it's a bluegill though. Their waves look much bigger when they're in the shallows. Even the minnows look big. Hey, what's up, the outdoors? How you doing? Welcome back in. I think you were here possibly. Trying to remember people's names that come back. It's not always easy. Yeah, when the bass are in the shallows, like they'll come up into some of these shallow areas here, but it's pretty killer when you can use a surface bait. They're just not here yet. Oh, I thought I had a bite. There was something floating in the water. I landed right on it. I felt like I got an insta bite. Yeah, that is true. Thank you. I like this rig too. It's right against the rock wall there, but I always struggle with catching fish right there though. It's funny, every time I think I'm getting like really good at casting, I'll make a bunch of really like solid casts. The next time I go out fishing, I catch everything that's not in the water. So I try not to get so excited anymore when I make good casts. No, I have not. Just coming across again, thought I had a bite, but hit like a rock or something. Get this gunk up here. We'll work our way down to the rapids, and then we'll cast this a few times down there, and then we'll switch it up. Caught so many fish on Meps this spring. It works good. I caught a snag again though. They definitely work. If you're not catching fish on Meps, it doesn't necessarily mean it's bad. It could just mean that the fish just aren't biting, because I mean it's one of the most productive lures there is. There we go. Right as I said that. Isn't it funny how I said that? Right as I'm talking about that's being the most productive lure. It's crazy. It's like magic. Like freaking magic. Fish on. Fish on, guys. Fish on. That's all you gotta do. Just gotta talk it into existence. Manifestation. They're all been about this size though, nothing not massive, maybe like a 13-incher. But hey, right as we're We're getting a little frustrated, not getting any bites anymore. He comes through clutch. Heck yeah. I thought that would be a good spot to catch one because it drops really deep in there and there's a current going through, but it's not a crazy current either. Double tap that screen, guys, for that amazing bass right there. Now we just need his daddy. I didn't even really set the hook on that guy because he, like, when they hit the MEPS, it's a weird hit because a lot of times they don't come sideways at it, they come behind it. So it's kind of just like it's an odd feel when you feel it. Hello everyone, hello. Hit that sub button too if you want to come back, watch some more live streams. Check out my channel, hang out. Also, if you do fish and you catch fish and you're a subscriber of at least 24 hours, I do encourage people to post your catches on the community board on my page. Go right ahead, post whatever you want on there. Just keep it something, you know, not crazy. Like a lot of times, like when they hit the MEPS because you're pulling it back to you, they don't, like, you know, unless you're holding the rod sideways, I'm always kind of like pulling it towards me like this. So it kind of pulls it back this way a little bit versus like that way, like if you were holding it sideways. Got some gunk on here. Well, the MEPS came through again. We had the one little pike fowl that we almost caught. We had the 3 bass at the river, and now we have the 1 largemouth here. So, red and white and yellow MEPS is doing okay today. And before that, a few weeks ago, the MEPS, the pink MEPS was just killing it. And then all of a sudden, like, I don't know, I couldn't figure out, like, get a bite on the pink that consistently anymore. And today, fairly consistent with this one. Right. It's a mourning dove. I love this, like, the sounds in this area are so great. You know, you get like just nice quiet stream sounds, and then with the mourning dove right there in the background, great. And all the geese are just chilling and sleeping for now, so they're not like fighting. I wonder where all the big bass went off to. Because that size bass has kind of been the size in here lately. Almost like every fish has been right about that size. Except for that one really tiny one we caught. Well, excellent. That made my day now. No skunk on this live stream. I always aim for at least 1 fish. You should always aim for 1 fish. Never aim for like 10 fish, 5 fish. You're just setting yourself up for a disaster and disappointment. Any fish. I just had a bite from behind on a fish, and he grabbed it. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was such a like weird bite. And I didn't even set the hook because I wasn't 100% sure. But It almost looked like a rock bass or a really tiny bass came up, sucked on it like this, and then just spit it out. But it was so subtle, and it happened like really quickly that I didn't even react. Oh, those kids are fishing over there on the side, and the other kids are leaving, so I could probably go to the point and fish if I want to now. A lot of people have been fishing that other bay type side over there because I think they're hoping they're going to catch some bass or something, bedding bass maybe. I haven't seen anyone's over there though. I do see a lot of people fishing there lately. Not a lot of catching though. That's the key. It doesn't matter if you see a lot of people fishing somewhere. If they're not catching anything, it doesn't really matter. These little green algae things that I catch on here really show up nastily on the white fur or whatever is on the MEPS. Is it fur or feather? I don't even know. I think it's fur, to be honest. Maybe it's feathers. I don't know. I don't think it matters. It does the same thing. Kind of got chill out though, like the sun's peeking out a little bit here and there. The wind's kind of just chilled over here now, which makes it real just more of a vibe now than survival mode. Well, we had fish and a bite over here. I don't know if we're going to get lucky on catching another one. Maybe if I had changed it up and used something else, maybe we could, but we're going to keep moving here in a second. I want to keep trying this lure now that we caught a fish on it. It's been a very successful one today overall. So why not? Let's keep going. We gotta go over the bridge, through the woods. It's super shallow here. I don't even think there'd be a fish in there. It's hard to fish with that current too. Such a little area. Well, they moved over there, so I'm gonna go down the current here or up the current. Let's see if they're still there when we're done over here. But I will try on this side, coming back towards me before we head down there. Minnows. I gotta get it out a little bit further. It's way too shallow. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. Make sure you hit that like button as you enter. Helps the channel out a lot. Helps the live stream out. Feel free to sub if you so choose to. All right, one more. Yeah, we caught one largemouth bass, and we had another pike follow it and hit our lure, but he didn't get caught. All right, let's move on. Only what? I don't even understand. I don't understand it, Mike. Only 10 FM 33. Am I not reading that correctly?
Hurt for a minute.
What was that?
I thought the guy was hurt.
Oh, I didn't even notice him over there.
He was just goofing.
Catch something.
I did catch one thing so far, so we're doing good. Thank you. Yeah, if you want a shout out, you can send me a gift. I'll shout you out then. Well, that guy's back again. He was here the other day. He was like catching like these micro fish. But I think he was just catching bait, to be honest. But he's back again down by the rapids. There's people fishing everywhere, man. Don't they know I want to fish every spot here without interruption? You're back with the force. Well, we used the force and we caught a fish. It took all my force abilities, though. Wish the sun would come out. It's more fun fishing with the sun. Doesn't mean it's better fishing, it's just more fun sometimes. It looks like he's leaving now. I wonder if he catches his bait here and goes somewhere else. Technically not legal. Yeah, he's walking away now. I wonder where he's going with it. Yeah, you're not allowed to technically catch a fish here, put it in a bucket and take it somewhere else and use it as bait. You can only use it in the same body of water you catch it from. Because if you start doing stuff like that, that's how you can spread certain diseases and parasites and invasive fish and who knows what else. I'll have to try to catch whatever he's catching one day just to see what he's catching. Probably good bait either way. Oh, he's coming back now. He might be coming over here to use it for northern pike fishing. Or he's going to just come back and catch some more of them. Who knows? More than likely he's going pike fishing with them. Bass would probably eat him too, the size of them that I saw him catching. Dude, this reel keeps catching right there. It's like the paint's coming off or something. What a pro cast. Oh, maybe not. I thought that was a fish hitting it. It hit a snag instantly. Alright, I got it off. I was about to say, man, that was a pro cast. I had a fish right after a couple turns of the handle. Nope. Slight bend to it. Alright, let's keep going. We're almost there. Almost to the main rapids. Now someone else showed up with a fishing pole. Man, so many people fishing. Whoa, jeez. Freaking hole right there. It's a death trap. I don't like fishing a spinnerbait towards me just because you have to crank it pretty good. We're in Wisconsin. The peacefulness of fishing here has disappeared with screaming kids. Bass. Yeah, I almost did. My foot went straight in. Lost my balance, went down. I would have fell in like that girl fell in that one day we were here. She fell in from like right here, a little bit further down. Like, she's more likely to hurt herself in the rocks than anything, but still jarring nonetheless. Abu Garcia Max Elite. Carbon, ugly stick carbon. And now that the grass is growing up here, you can't even see the holes anymore. That makes it extra deadly. That kind of felt like a bite. It's hard to tell though sometimes. But a bite that felt that big, he should have still been on the line. I'm about ready to change the lure. Just gotta come over here. It is. I have other ones, not just this one. Just one I like the most, I think. I don't understand these skunk maxing things. You'd have to actually be skunked to be skunk maxed. Oh, look at that. I just got mogged. Just got skunk max right here. Freaking out, man. Chill the F out. This guy really wanted the MEPS badly. He's like, he pounded the thing when it came by. He's like, I haven't had my turn at that yet. You better not change your lure just yet. It's AI. You just got mogged. Right as you were talking about it, you summoned them. Thank you for summoning the fish. I think your skunk maxing isn't real anymore. We're fish maxing right now, baby. Fish maxing all the way. I challenged clavicular, I can't say the dude's name, clavicular to a fishing duel. We can look max each other in the eyes while we cast. Oh, I got snag maxed. Name a fish to catch? What do you mean, name a fish to catch? Name a fish I want to catch? Or like, do you want me to say that fish's name was Bob or something? Like, I want to catch Fred right now. Fred usually puts up a good fight, so I hope Fred hits the bait. For you to catch a bass. Everybody wants to catch a bass. I don't know, that guy's taking his bucket and leaving again. I don't know. Maybe he eats those little fish. There's no way though. There's no way you're gonna get anything out of those little fish. Yeah, don't catch any other bass unless it's 10 pounds. So make sure you tell the fish before you start fishing, otherwise you might get a small one. Well, let's do a few more casts. I was going to change it right away when we got here, but I cast it and I caught that fish. Let's do a couple more casts with it. Skunk next. Finally caught a fish right when Skunk Master came in. I think he was the same guy that said I was getting kayak mogged or something like that. I don't even know what the hell he's talking about. We caught rock bass and largemouth and had a pike. Unfortunately, we didn't catch the pike though. Alright. Since we're over here in the rapids, sometimes it takes a delicate touch. Let's try the grub. See if we can reproduce the magic of the grub we had that one day. It's actually much nicer fishing over here this side. Just because that wind is just not existent over here. It's so nice. It feels like a complete different fishing experience when the wind is not blowing on you in your face 10 miles an hour constantly. When it's only 55 degrees out. Hey, I appreciate that. I think you're gonna like the channel. Enjoy the fishing. Make sure you check out my my shorts and stuff. I think they're pretty entertaining. You should probably like them. If you like me, you'll like my shorts. And I'm not talking about my basketball shorts I'm wearing either. That's kind of weird. Eat my shorts, man. Today, so the first stream, we were at the river and using the MEPS 4 red and white. We caught 3 smallmouths. And then here, using the MEPS red and white, we had a pike hit twice, but it was too small. Weren't able to capture it. I had a pike hit, a largemouth I caught, and a rock bass. No, I just had a small one hit. It was like that. Yeah, it just. Well, I just switched, but I was throwing the MEPS 4 red and white. It's
Is that what did you?
This
what
one.
Did you get bit with the pike on?
This right there.
All right, thank you.
Yep. And that was down there, kind of like in that point area where it goes out to a point. We're in Wisconsin. I almost forgot how to fish this lure. Like, I think it was over here when I was using this grub. Like, actually, like more here. If I recall, I'm trying to reenact it without having to go back and watch my live stream. Yeah, the kids around here are all pretty nice kids. Some of the adults are kind of weird. Not all of them, but there are some. You'll find that out if you go fishing enough that most people are cool, but you're going to come across a select few where you're just like, all right, bro. I'm just going to go somewhere else now. Something grabbed my tail there. Now, if the kids were being jackasses and, you know, throwing sticks and rocks and who knows whatever else around me while I'm fishing, and then they go, hey, did you catch anything? Then I'm probably not going to talk to them. But most of them are respectful. I usually like the younger fishermen, like the kids anyways. They're more about like the catch and the fishing, and they get excited about fishing still. These old heads that fish sometimes, they come out here acting as if they've done it all, seen it all. You could show them a picture of a 20-pound bass you just caught, and they'd be like, yeah, I caught a 21 the other day. We don't live on an island because we like people. That's true. You just like the people on the island. It's crazy what it's changed up so much, like from one day to the next, of like what actually works. It's kind of fun to see when you fish this much, as I do, that there is no perfect lure to use, no perfect bait to use. Everyone has their favorites, and everyone's like, yeah, just throw this on, you'll catch a fish for sure. And sometimes it works that way, but there's just no 100% way to know what the fish are going to be triggering on. And that's what keeps fishing interesting. It's just a randomness. In this world of AI generation we live in, it's just nice to have real things, like real content, real surprises, real nature. Because I've seen fishing channels, not a lot on YouTube, but I've seen, I think on Facebook and other ones, a lot of them are just starting to just be AI channels, and they pump out AI fishing content that you can tell is AI instantly. And like this, like what? Oh, I just had a bite. There we go. Oh, he's fat. Oh my God. This has got to be the biggest one I've ever caught in my life, guys. Look at that freaking pancake. Wow. What a pancake. He's heavy too. Wow. Let's see. I hope he's 11. He'll tie my fish max. Come on. Look at that guy. I might even get a weight on him just because he's such a big fatty. He is just about 10 and a half. So huge rock bass. Not quite 10 and a half, but definitely a nice sized fish. Let's just see how much this little fish weighs. He's a little heifer. Oh wow, yeah, for this little guy, 13 ounces. He's almost a full pound for a rock bass. I thought he would have been an actual pound though, but still, man, this is... And he almost looks like a crappie, he's so big. Look at that mouth, looks like a smallmouth even. He's at the smallmouth size almost that we caught today. Yeah, he's a chunk. That was cool. I was just slow rolling it and finally popped at it. I was feeling little bites every so often, but he finally engulfed it. And when I said it, I was like, oh man, he got some weight to him. That was a nice fish though. He was hiding down here. Dude, I love... This year I'm going to tell you, I like catching rock bass, but this is the first year that I've actually been able to fish for them and catch them, and they're becoming addicting. Like, they're not the biggest fight in the world, and also not the biggest fight in the world when you're standing up high like this, but it's just so much fun. They do have red eyes. They might not have been showing up as good as they do sometimes. The smaller ones seem to have more red in their eyes for some reason. And depending on how the sun hits it too, really accentuates the redness. But yeah, he kind of looked like a crappie. He was so hefty. Still don't think I've ever caught a crappie out of here though. I'm almost positive. I think I am positive, not almost. They don't taste good? I don't know. I've had people tell me they taste amazing. But I don't know. I don't really eat them. I'm not really a fish eater, so I'm more about the sport, you know, the fight, the bite on the bait. It's nice hard strikes all the time. Super aggressive fish. You know what made me fall in love with them this year is when I was catching 4-inch rock bass on a 4.5-inch bait. That made me fall in love with them. I was like, I will gladly fish for a fish that will attack a 4.5-inch jerkbait when they're not even the size of the jerkbait. Well, the water is usually really clear here. We've had a couple rainstorms and other stuff. You can usually see the bottom really good. Plus, depends where the sun is. Like, I can see the bottom. It's pretty dang clear here. But the problem with here, though, it's not the water clarity anymore. It's kind of the past of the water, you know. The city was really way back in the day, like way back in the day, it was known for like woolen mills and stuff, using the river, dumping all their crap in the river. And then on top of that, Mercury Outboards has polluted this place in the past like immensely, that they had to like spend I don't know how many millions of dollars to clean it up. They did that years ago, and now since then it's been so much better though. Yeah, I'm telling you, you can catch a fish that's smaller than the bait you're using. That's always a fun time. I think I gotta just go slower with this bait. Yeah, we had a couple bites on and that one honker. Not much else on it though. That one day it was just sickening. It felt wrong how many fish we were catching with it. How you doing, Yuri? Alright, let's do a couple more casts. Oh, we just did. We just caught a nice size one. We got almost 10.5-inch rock bass on that. A few casts back, so definitely a nice one. It's been a decent little venture here to the creek so far. Nothing monumental, but a fish is a fish is a fish. Yeah, like there's been a couple days down here where it just felt like the video game broke or something and it glitched on catching a fish every cast. It did that with the grub. It did that a little bit when I first was using that storm lure, that 4-inch storm lure. It also did it when I switched to the first time on the crayfish. There's been at least, I think, like 3 different times where it was just popping off. Alright, one more cast. Unless we catch a fish on it, then we'll try it some more. Nice seeing that plus 10 rock bass though. With all the 9-inchers we're catching, I was like, there's gotta be a few big boys mixed in here too, you know? Even though the 9s aren't too bad themselves. But you saw the difference of what an inch of a fish makes. Let me switch it up here and see what I got. I caught him on this thing too the other day. Little tiny buzzbait, that was working also. Couldn't miss. Yeah, we caught 2 nice size rock bass and a 13-inch largemouth. Had 1 missed pike, little guy. Let's see, we're gonna put this crawdaddy on. Bass. But always hoping for a pike, but right now there's almost no chance I'm going to catch a pike right here. But that's how it works. As soon as I say that, maybe I'll have a pike grab this little tiny thing. The white one? We just used the white one. We just used it. We caught a big old honking fish on it, but we didn't have much else action on it. Wish I had the other color crayfish that I lost. I think I have them somewhere at home. They're like blue and green crayfish. I think I had a bite right there. I pulled it up too quick though. Forgot there's a rock specifically in that area that always gets me. There's another rock too that got me. So one thing that sucks about fishing like this is the massive rocks that bend out your hooks like that. I am the river. Bend it back. Fishing is life, man. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have fishing, I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes winter even worse because you can't really go out fishing a bunch in the winter time. It's not fun, you know. Caught that rock again. I just went right back there. I can't fish in that spot anymore. I'm gonna have to fish a little bit more in front of me. Bend the hell of this hook. Yeah, there's ice fishing, but you still, even so, you can't go as much as I like to go. You still have to worry about weather, ice conditions. It takes time to take everything out, drill holes, and then wait for fish. Like, it's not my favorite type of fishing. I'll do it, but like, it's not the same, if you know what I mean. Like, some of these people that live in like warm climates, at least with open water, you can kind of fish all year long. Here, you can fish open water if you find it in those temperatures, but it's really hard in the type of areas that I fish usually. Like the rivers, they really get weird, you know what I mean? And I went right back to where I said I couldn't go back to. There's no really deep pockets I know where they hang out. It's like last year, I think it was November 7th or November 8th is literally when the fish just stopped. I was catching fish, crazy amount of fish, and then they just stopped. Timeout. Why did I go back there again? I just told myself. I put them in timeout. Normally I'd warn, but they came in guns blazing with that span. Cover the entire screen. So they get a 5-minute timeout to think about their actions. Dude, it says there's 250 people in here. That's crazy. We need more people to hit that double tap, though. Hit that subscribe button. Boom. Just like Nightbot said right there. Gotta listen to Nightbot. If all 265 people right now just double tap their screen, do you know how cool that would be? It doesn't cost anything. Just everyone just tap your screen right now. Let's see. They probably won't though. It's amazing how many people watch streams but don't actually like the stream or even say like anything. Sounds good. I think I only have one mod right now. It's not because I don't want more, but I cut back on mods for certain reasons. Because a lot of mods weren't showing up, and a lot of mods were not necessarily modding the way I would want to be modded, so I just kind of went modless again. We got this guy spamming. He needs a timeout. I do appreciate the engagement, but you don't have to engage that much. I'm looking for mods though. I'm not gonna jump the gun and give mods out like I did when I was first starting out, because it just leads to issues sometimes. Oh man, look at that. Got it like a magician. We were fishing for bass and rock bass. So yeah, just keep showing up. You know, be engaged in live streams and stuff like that. And once I get to know someone good enough, I'll make some more people mods. But you know, you don't want someone to be a mod that's going to be a POS, possibly also. Not to me, but like you don't want people being mean to people watching your stuff and stuff. I just crushed that snag right there. I don't know what I have. Let me see if I have anything that has a little bit more substance to it. I'm almost out of jig heads though. They've all bent to hell. Yeah, last year my channel was growing so fast, I just started making people mods, and most of them are okay. Like, I don't have a problem with the people, but there's a couple of things I didn't like, and I realized like there's no rush on needing mods. It's not like it's completely insanely crazy or something that I can't control it myself either. But I do like, I want to have mods though that, you know, that also will not only enforce little things here and there that they need to for keeping the peace in a live stream, but you know, constantly like pump up the people and drive the live stream, and maybe like take over if I can't speak all the time. I'm always trying to keep up though with the live stream and try to talk to everyone, but it's just hard to constantly do it, especially when it's freaking sunny out. Then you can't even see the live stream half the time. Sorry you spam. Oh, thank you for apologizing. I appreciate that. It just, I don't mind a little bit here and there. Like, I get people get excited, but that was a lot. Thanks for apologizing. Let's see. I got this thing. I have this thing here. I also have a lizard. I just don't know if they want something this big. This lizard looking thing. I don't know. Wacky worm. Well, let's see. We'll just try a bigger presentation. Doesn't hurt to try. Let's give it a shot. I do like fishing. I live for it. This is hard to rig up. It's a weedless sea man. Oh. We'll see. I'll probably get snagged on it right away and bend my hook anyways. I don't know who you are. I don't just hand out mods, unfortunately, this year. You'll have to keep showing up and keep being a part of the community. Because if I give someone a mod and I don't know, you could never show up again. You could do a lot of things. Just like people in your real life, you gotta kind of trust some of your people in your real life. You're not just gonna give like your child to a random stranger and say, I'll be back tomorrow. $287 people in here, eh? I wonder how many of those are actual people. I've always wondered that. It's like, I'm thinking like, okay, there's 287 people in here. And you would think more of them would interact. I'm not complaining, it's just odd. It's odd to me. I stream pretty much every day. Starting weekends are pretty much, could be any time of the day and all day. And then weekdays, I work in the mornings and I get off around 2, so I usually start streaming about 2:30 or 3 on weekdays. Yeah, it's weird, don't you think? Does it? You ever notice that? You go in anyone's live stream, you're gonna notice, except for like really, really small streams that say like 4 people or something like that, you're gonna go in and you'll see people's live streams, and it's gonna show anywhere from, I don't know, 30 people to 300 people. But look at the comments, and then you'll be like, this just doesn't make any sense. But like, if you look at your analytics for the live stream, it shows that you have had this many unique viewers and this many views and this many watch hours. So like, there's people watching it. Oh, there's that snake again. Yeah, I know it's the whole world watching, but I still think like someone would say something. Unless, I guess I'm thinking from my own mind, and not everyone is like super excited to say something in the chat. There's probably a lot of people that just like to lurk, and just watch it. Some people are just not social butterflies either. Or of course, if you don't speak the language, it's kind of hard for you to just join in and be like, hey, how's it going? Because I can't really understand it, unfortunately. Hey, that's what it's about, just getting out there, enjoying it. I still had a good time yesterday when I went out. I did not enjoy roasting, though, like a rotisserie chicken. I think this bait's not. It's either going to be too big or just not what they're looking for. I'm just not feeling it. Let's put. I don't know. Let's see. I want to kind of get away from the plastics now. We'll go back to something else. No, it's fine. No, I get that part of it. I try my best to keep it just civil, and the problem I have is there's people that say stuff for the hell of it, and it's usually like trying to tell you that you suck at fishing. And I'm the one live stream where they're like really rude about you changing your lure, like demanding stuff, and that's the thing I don't like. But I mean, most times I'm trying to build this community. I'm trying to. It's, who knows what it's going to turn into, but I would really like for have the chat just to be a helpful chat too, like not just like here engaging with the live stream, but if people have questions, you can feel comfortable just say, hey, like, I'm new to fishing, what do you recommend? And someone else could like probably say, like, I'm not like some master pro fisherman myself either, so like I'll take tips occasionally as long as people are nice about it. I just don't like people telling me, like, they'll come in and, like, first 10 seconds of the live stream, I've never even heard of this person before, and they're like, change your lure, do this, do that. I'm like, I don't work for you. What's my favorite lure? Well, it's got to always be the Whopper Plopper, Chapo 90, whatever, Chapo 75. Anything surface-wise, just because it's just so much fun. But I do love a good Neps. I fell in love with the Storm lure. Oh, man. Storm lure this year. So I love the Storm Thunderstick Original. What else? I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I really, really like. I was starting to get into like giant glide baits, but then I lost my giant glide bait after I caught a pike on it. So I kind of lost my my passion for that pretty quick. It's not really windy. The problem with topwater is that they're not fully committed to topwater yet with the weather. We've had a couple days where topwater was popping off, like literally popping off. And then the weather's been so inconsistent that we just haven't been able to, keep anything going really. Whatever works today doesn't work tomorrow, which is fun. But yeah, we've had a few days where you could potentially throw everything too, it felt like, and they were just biting anything. It was kind of like their first day, like the fish were like, hey guys, we're back. We're back. There's no catfish really in here, to be honest, especially right here. I could go catch bullheads if I had my worms with me. Oh, I just had a strike. He totally missed it though. I saw the tail come out of the water from the strike. Someone said they caught a channel cat out of here, but I saw a picture of it on Fish Brain, but I've never seen anyone actually catch anything more than a bullhead. Wisconsin. We're in Wisconsin. Milwaukee River. Tributary type creek that goes into the Milwaukee River. But it's not connected to the Milwaukee River. Like, the fish in the Milwaukee River can't get in here. So that's why we don't have any smallmouth. Which is good, because it means the largemouth bass population and everything else can thrive a little bit more. If the smallmouth were in here right now, they would be dominating. Or at least the current part of the creek. Come on, I had a little strike over there. There's got to be another fish. I'm about ready to head back to the other end there and see if we can test our luck down there. I do that sometimes. It's fun to do. I like fishing like that. I like fishing with night crawlers. It's still, I think, a better feeling overall, though. If you can catch fish on an artificial, it just, I don't know, it just feels better. I don't think it's any better, you know what I mean? Fishing's fishing. Correct. It's always different. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Like in this, oh no, I got it out. In this age of everything's fake and stuff online, like this is one of the last remaining things we have in this world that we can go out to and just engage in and not have to worry about AI taking it over. I mean, yeah, they'll take over some YouTube channels and they'll post AI slot, but this light base are not liking my reel right now. I feel like this type of stuff's going to get more and more popular, like crazy popular over time, because people are going to get so sick of everything being digital, and especially when AI actually starts being real AI. What's up, Ryan? Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Alright. Let's head back down to the other spot we were fishing at and see if we can dredge up a pike. How many likes does it say is in this stream? I can't see, it doesn't tell me. It's not bad. We might be able to make 200. That would be our, I think, our first 200 likes of the year. I think I hit that last year a couple times as we were hitting our peak. That'd be sweet. Let's hit 200 likes, guys, for the live stream today. It's just going to take like 43 of you right now that are in here and are watching. Just double tap your screen right now. 43 people. Even the ones that can't even understand English right now. Just double tap. Listen to my voice. Tap, 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 tap. Sounds good, fishing with Daniel. Make sure you catch a big one. Anyone subbed more than 24 hours can also post their catches on my community page. Go on there and brag about your catches. I want to see them. Alright, let's do a few casts with this big bad boy here. It's so weird to switch to like an actual heavy lure or heavier lure after like trying to whip something out there with all your might. Colorado, excellent. They got some good fishing in Colorado. Yo, excellent, Raw Rider. What's up? What's up? Good morning, Liam from Australia. Welcome in, everyone. And thank you to everyone that's been hanging out that's still in here, too. We're getting fairly close to 10,000 subs, guys. Oh, look at this. Right as we're talking about that, he came out of nowhere, just smacked the storm, just destroyed it. Just destroyed it. Let's get some likes in here, guys. If you haven't liked it, even if you have, just keep double tapping that screen for this fish. He killed it. Just killed it. Where's my pliers? Oh, there it is. Oh, he got water in my eye now. Heck yeah, guys. Heck yeah. Let me get this hook out before he ends up hook maxing me. Yeah, double tap that screen. Look at a little guy, nothing massive. It's about 14 inches. I guess it's not little, but it's not a monster either. But man, I was not expecting that. He saw that out of the, I don't know, the corner of his eye, just freaking attacked it out of nowhere. Heck yeah, guys. Hit that sub button if you want to see some more awesome fishing. Oh! I'm glad I switched. Bigger lure, bigger bait, bigger fish. We're still looking for the elusive northern pike. Watch me catch one, and it's going to end up cutting my line. Double tap that screen for some good luck here. Let's see if we can get another one. It's cool fishing from up here too, because like when they strike, you're able to like witness the strike as they come up out of like the rocks or wherever they're doing, because the bait's just a little bit higher because you're standing above them, so naturally it's just gonna come up. What's up, Fishing Life? Welcome in. We just caught a fish. Dude, the northern pike in UK, over there, England, wherever the hell it is, all those places there, they're sickly, crazily huge compared to the pike here. Like, scary huge. What's the ballpark area? What do you mean, what's the ballpark area you're fishing at? I don't understand. Damn. What's your most expensive lure? I don't know. I think I lost it already. It was a big old 7.5 inch like Clyde bait type thing. I don't even know how much it cost. I got a deal on it at a fishing show. I caught a huge fish on it, and then I was casting, and then all of a sudden something happened, and my line snapped, and it went sailing across the creek. Oh, yeah, it's down that way, the baseball area. We're close to it. I'm going to head down there anyways, because that's where I want to catch a fish. I've been catching every fish in the fast current. That's where we started. That almost landed on the bird when it came down. That would have been horrible. It would have been 3 treble hooks in the back of a red-winged blackbird. That would have been the worst time of my life. What's the biggest fish I caught today or in general? If it's today, probably a 14-inch largemouth. But in my life, it was a 38-inch northern pike. That would be the absolute biggest fish I've ever caught. And it was massive. What time? That's a good question. What time is it? 4:30. I don't really look at the time when I'm fishing, and then I get home, I'm like, what the hell? It's 7 o'clock already? Time flies so fast when you don't look at the clock and you fish. I don't need to speed it up more by looking usually. Yeah, so pretty successful little fishing venture here. We caught okay amount of fish and multiple different lures on top of that we caught them on. We had the one monster rock bass on the grub. We had the 3 fish on the meps. 2 fish on the meps? I can't remember. I think it was 3. And then we caught that bass on the storm, so pretty good. Thank you. Come on. There's got to be another bass in here that's hungry. Ten at night. Do some night fishing. Night fishing's a little weird. Make sure you go out fishing tomorrow, though. I've never caught a really big catfish. If I did, I don't remember it. I think I would remember it though if I did. I've caught catfish, it's not ones you would be like, oh my god, look at this thing. More like, oh my god, I caught a catfish. Oh, there was a fish following it. Pulled it out of the water too soon. I saw it at the very last second. I don't know what it was. Oh, I caught a tree. 350. Caught 3 trees on that cast. How is that even possible? I tried to bring it back so I didn't catch them, but I caught all 3 of them. All 3 trees. Right after the kid said I had a great cast. Now I go and do this. See, he cursed me. Whatever it was following it back though. Couldn't tell if it was a bass, rock bass, or a pike because I don't have my glasses. That time I didn't see anything. Alright, man, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in, subbing, liking. Appreciate it. We'll see you again. I think we caught 5 here today. 4 or 5, I don't know, I lost count. I try always to keep count, but then eventually you just forget because you fish for so long and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Unless they're like massive fish, then you keep track of those, you know. It's hard to like catch a fish that close anyways because it's literally right under me, so it's not like you can do a lot of motion with it. We caught like 2 or 3 largemouth, I think, and like 2 rock bass. Something like that. Yeah, it makes you wonder how many times we maybe went past that bass that hit this lure. It just didn't care, and then he finally saw a different presentation and he came up and attacked it. It makes you wonder how many times you're fishing and you keep probably going by fish and you're in your own head saying, man, there's no fish in here, but all it takes is the right noise, the right presentation. All of a sudden the fish that you've been gliding by all day long decides to bite. I use Power Pro and Suffix 832 usually. This is Power Pro. I like those the best. I do not like the Power Pro Slick at all. I'm not a fan. And I started with the Pro Mix from Suffix, which is not bad. It's just a little coarse because it's only 4 strand, and so it makes a lot more noise when you're winding it in, and it doesn't cast quite as far. My friend caught a nice sized catfish on a spinner when we were in the Milwaukee River, and we had taken canoes upstream, and we were just casting. He casted right underneath a tree with a Meps, and then he thought he had like some monster bass on or something, and just a catfish, big old catfish. All right, time to move. Had one fish here on this bait and one follow. Like 3 largemouth and 2 rock bass. People are always so interested when you're here at the creek if you catch anything. A lot of them don't even like fish either. They're just interested. I gotta watch out for holes here. Make sure I don't fall in. Like that one time when I walked up here today, I almost went straight into the water. What's up, everyone? Make sure if you haven't, I do appreciate you double tapping the screen, liking it. Helps out the channel. Totally free to do too. Just takes, I think, 1 calorie. You burn 1 calorie by double tapping the screen. And then if you sub, you get to come back and double tap again tomorrow. And then if you do that in a full year, you can burn 365 calories a year just from watching my live streams. All right, let's keep going. We're going to go down to the point. No one's fishing down here right now, so that's good. But that doesn't mean we're going to catch a fish though either. No way, only 4 left to get there? That's crazy. Come on, guys, that's an easy one to do. You can get 4 likes by accident. This will be the first 200 like of the year. That's pretty epic. Pretty epic. We had a lot of continual viewers today too. We're almost up to 300. We're still hanging out pretty good at 195. It bounces around though pretty good. 3 largemouth, 2 rock bass, I believe is the count. 1 missed pike. There's a bunch of mosquitoes flying in front of me. They're not in the biting mood yet. They're hatching though. Pretty soon they're going to be munching on my legs. I'll be doing the mosquito pee-pee dance basically. Those minnows are scared of my lure. They all scatter when it goes by. So it's definitely causing a disturbance in the forest. Now we just need a disturbance that a fish will want to bite, like a bigger fish. Man, these people leaving their garbage everywhere, man. These kids. Kids and adults, though. Not just the kids. Hear a bullfrog. There's lots of minnows. Lots of action out in the middle with minnows. All popping at the surface. God, there's bugs everywhere in me. They're like following me now that I walk through their little nest. Come on, guys. We gotta get to 200 for sure. We're too close and not. Oh, I caught some crud. Some nastiness. It's actually turned into a fairly nice day. I think it's because it's warming up. It's supposed to warm up overnight, which is odd. And by tomorrow it'll be like almost 80. So we've had a slight change of temperature, which is nice. When I got here, it was still kind of cold. And there was supposed to be rain coming and hidden again, but both the big rainstorms seem to kind of just skirt by and miss us. Come on, guys, 2 more likes. We need 2 people right now. Just double tap and you can become the champion. You will harness all the power. You could be the 200th like. Just everyone, just tap it right now. Double tap it right now. I don't even care if you've done it already. Just double tap it and see what happens. Hit that screen. It was you? Nice. I don't know. There's 2 people that said it was them. So now, how do we figure that out? Who was the 200th? I think you guys have to rock, paper, scissors for it now. We got to have a competition now. Thank you guys. That was cool. Freaking 200 likes. First one of the year now. It's been ramping up more and more each live streams we do. I'm getting a lot more congruent, watchers, which is great. Look at these people just throwing their trash everywhere, man. Irritating. Rock, paper. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. about we do a test? Like, what kind of test are you talking about? There we go, see? Just had to ask. Everyone was trying so hard to wait to be the 200th like. They were all holding off. They're like, man, I really want to like the live stream. I really enjoy it, but I want to be the 200th like. Oh, there was a fish there when I hit. Because like we were sitting at like 4 likes and 2 likes, so it felt like forever. And then just all of a sudden 211 likes right as we got close. You are all the 200th like. How about that? Without all of you, the 200 likes wouldn't have happened. Thought I felt a bump, but it was probably just a snag. I love these storm lures. You don't have to do almost anything with them, and it has erratic motion as if you were jerking it the whole way. And get your minds out of the gutter. I meant jerk in the jerk bait. I'm jerking it the whole way here. How do I get all the good fishing spots? You just gotta be in the right locations. Sometimes where you live, you can have good fishing spots everywhere. And then there's some other times you live in places where you have to drive like 30, 40 minutes just to find a good spot. Alright, let's keep going. We didn't get the fish down here yet today because there was people here, so now we have a chance. Does that mean we'll catch a fish? Doubtful. Uh-oh. Geese are coming back. Forgot about the geese being over there. It's nice to forget about geese actually being alive as animals. These ones were quiet. I didn't even notice them. The ones flying in, though, started yapping right away. Alright, so let's go down here. Let me check my phone once. Gotta see. Okay. So I'm gonna go a little bit further because there's so many rocks and it's too shallow for this bait. There's nothing over here anyways. I haven't spooked anything. All this is, I believe this is all like goose crap right here, causing this like whatever it is. Who knows? It's definitely probably got a mixture of goose crap in there. He's got a whole trail of it all the way down there. Oh my god, I can hear the ice cream truck is going by. It's playing its music. Hang on. Let's see if we can see him. See him coming by. Too bad I wasn't over there. I could have got an ice cream cone or something. There he is, ice cream truck. Oh, he's turning around. Oh, he parked there. Now I got kids running over to him. I'm not going all the way back over there though for some ice cream. That's a long walk to go. I can hear that music just in the background. I love that sound. Ice cream truck music. Used to be at my grandma's house. You would hear it coming like blocks away. You'd be like, oh, I can hear the ice cream truck coming. You'd get money from grandma quick and run out there and just wait for it to come by. Good times. So quiet right now, besides ice cream truck music. The nature sounds of birds, the river, and the ice cream truck. Did you ever forget to eat? I forgot to eat today. I decided to go back fishing and then I forgot to eat. I ended up casting that right on top of a swirl. Didn't even try to. That kind of happened right as I casted. Nothing was there though. You know what I want to try here? I'm going to try the Whopper Plopper. Feels like the right time and the right weather right now. Me either. You almost forget that they're still around. Let me see if I got... I would put on that Whopper Plopper thing I found today, but it's really dirty. It probably wouldn't work. Get off! Treble hooks, the bane of my existence sometimes. We'll see. I doubt we're gonna get lucky, but never know. You don't know until you try. Get out of my skin, hooks. Alright, let's see if I can get up at that tree out there. I've caught one out there before with the plopper. I cut it too short. I was worried about getting it too far and getting it snagged. That's a good one. Nothing. Hello, welcome in. Someone trying to fly fish over there. I stopped it again because I didn't want to go on that log or the tree. But if I could get a perfect cast right in there. Hang on, something's wrong with it, I think. Yep, I caught some weeds. Keep catching stuff on. It's floating on the surface with it though. Oh, that was a definite bump of a fish. Had to have been. It literally lifted my thing out of the water. I saw a little boom. That was the weirdest thing ever. It was like a bump and not a hit. I've never seen that happen before. It was like a love tap almost. I'm just going to tap this thing to see what it's about. It happened so quick too. Like, it was just really odd. Maybe it's my brain playing tricks on me though. Wanting it to be a fish. Yeet. Perfect. About as perfect as a cast as you could want, but no fish. Maybe the fish start biting after Memorial Day weekend here in the States. The bigger fish, I should say. The pike. Once Memorial Day hits, it's the official, non-official start of summer. That's the smallest blue herring I've ever seen in my life. I don't even know they got that small. Just a baby. I still hear the ice cream truck. Must be getting some good business over there. There's all kinds of people fishing over there. Oh my God. Howdy. Welcome back in. A trouser trout, hey? That could be lingo for something else, though. You gotta be careful. I mean, there's so much muck out there, whatever that is. It's got to be goose crap. A mixture of that and a bunch of other crap. There's the geese going at it again. They're never happy. How you doing, Green River? That was a bad cast. Too much height, not enough distance. What's up, Roberto? Hello, hello, hello. Make sure everyone double tap that screen. I definitely appreciate it. We over 200 likes on this live stream, which is pretty cool. Hit that sub button too. We're growing our channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 before June. We're about 9,300 right now. I think we could easily get there. Man, I'm catching all kinds of muck. I'm going to have to switch it. I didn't get a bite on it anyways. You got to punch your pre-10,000 subscriber ticket. And you can do that right now. You can say that you were a river Sith before the river Sith hit 10,000. It's got to be worth something, right? All right, we're going to finish it off with the pink maps 4. We're going to work our way back. And then we're going to sign off. Because I'm almost out of battery life. And I still haven't eaten today. I need to go chill out for a bit before I got to head back to work tomorrow. It's been fun though. It's been a great day. It's always a great day for the most part, but some days are just a little bit better, you know. All right. Let's get a few casts here with it since we have it on. I think this is the one I bent once, but it still works. It's like I had just bought it and then like a few casts into it, I caught a tree, of course. What's up, Miguel? How you doing? Hopefully, like, when the summer starts popping, we can, like, start having the live streams be, like, a consistent 300 likes. That would be cool. Maybe get a consistent 200 to 300 people watching like we had today. Oh, what's up, my man? Welcome back. How you doing, Shop? I was going to do that, but that's a plopper lure, and it's filthy for one, but the propeller needs to be cleaned off. It's got some gunk wrapped around it, but normally I would definitely have tried it right there instead of the other one I put on. Sometimes they're lucky lures, you know. I did that once here when I found the was it a Rapala jerkbait? Ended up catching a couple pike on it since then. And the first day I used it, I caught a pike. What's up, Dizzy? All right, let's head back now slowly and then work our way to my car. I'm so excited. I'm such a dork. I ordered new license plates for my car. They're custom license plates. They're River Sith license plates. Blacked out. That's how we do it. Nice, 14 fish. What kind of fish were they? All bass? That's a good day, 14 fish. I think I'm about 6 fish today. And I consider that a good day too, so 14 is really good. Nice. If I did it for another hour, we could probably get close to 300. But man, I tell you, my battery would die way before then. And on top of that, my stomach would die way before then. Because I am hungry. I have stuff to make. Yeah, I'm all tangled up. I have stuff to make spaghetti at home. All smallmouth except one rock bass. Nice. That's what I was hoping for the other day when I went river walking. But I was only able to catch the 2 smallmouth. But we had it was like 6 strikes, so still kind of fun. I still would love to do a kayak float. I'm just not a huge kayaker to begin with. I love just being around and walking around and searching out structures on my own, whether I'm standing in the water or walking around it. But it would open up a huge area in this creek to fish. But the problem is getting a kayak, one for one, and then transferring it back and forth. But damn, that island out there would be prime real estate. That log over there, the docks down the way. A lot of untapped fishing potential. That goose can't seem to get up. He's like, I'm stuck down here forever now, not realizing you could just swim somewhere else and get up. Unless the other goose was keeping him down, I'm not sure. Alright, he went into the water now, so he must have either realized it or he's like, well, no point in going up here. This goose keeps pushing me back in. Oh, wow, nice. I don't know. Like, I thought it was just me, but I feel like the fish this year are so much bigger than they were last year, and like I guess it could be timing and other things like that. But I've caught so many like good-sized fish this year. Or like last year, I caught a lot of good fish, but a lot of them were dinks. And I'm not talking about like 13 inchers. I'm talking about like 8 inchers and stuff like that. Hello. Make sure you spray some Glade or some airborne Lysol spray for the rest of us in the room. But light a match. Yeah, this year, so I grew my channel like crazy fast last year. It just kind of popped off. And then like I grew like a community pretty quick. And they were a good community, and they like I still have some people that come back from that community, but like it definitely felt like a hodgepodge community where everything got thrown together because it was so quick. So like this year, since the hustle and bustle of the channel exploding has kind of chilled out, should just be good growth now. Hoping to grow the community now to have like just a good solid, fishing community that shows up and has fun. I did get a lot of people to join that like my shorts too. The problem with shorts is like the type of person that watches your shorts don't necessarily care about your fishing lives or anything like that. Really, I don't know if I could ever completely give up this type of fishing. This is literally my heartbeat right here. This used to be my go-to lure here. Like if I felt like I had this thing on, I could catch a fish easily. Then just changes day by day now. And then we're gonna hit a spurt where I'm gonna get literally addicted to just nothing but whopper ploppers, and people are gonna be like, "Why don't you use something else?" I'm like, "Because." Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't really know what that was. Dude, I don't know. I have to figure out the chatterbait. I don't know what it is. I've caught one fish on the chatterbait, and it was a pike that bit it almost as soon as it hit the water. I have never got a bite on a chatterbait besides that. I have to actually like go to the river and like say, all right, I'm dedicating today to the chatterbait and we're going to catch fish with it. I've even watched plenty of videos on like different techniques with the chatterbait and stuff like that. And like, I don't know. I can't do it. I don't think it's me. It's just maybe I just don't have patience with it. Maybe I need more patience. Communist cheese. I didn't even see it was you. I'm hoping for one more before we leave. Probably won't happen though. Got someone playing golf over there. This is where we caught the first bass of the day, right in this area. Yeah, I think that's the problem I have with the chatterbait is like I'm caught between doing a straight retrieve and a jigging motion, so then I don't do either one of them correctly because I'm trying to do both of them. Because everything I've ever watched is like, well, you don't want to just cast it out there and retrieve it because then you're missing all the fish because they want you to do this and do that. Then you get, other channels. You have to be able to tip every time you're reeling it in. You got to tip the top of the weeds. And as soon as you hit the top of the weeds, you got to snap it like this and keep reeling it in. don't know. I think I overcomplicated it for me, because if you would have gave me that bait and said fish this bait, I would just straight retrieve it without watching anything on how to properly fish it. It just feels like a complicated bait. I don't know why. Like I said, I think I made it complicated by trying to do it the right way. Which is odd for me to say that, because I like to do everything the way that's not supposed to be. That's why people yell at me in live streams that I'm reeling it too fast. I'm not twitching it enough. I'm using a swivel. But I also realize those videos, if you look, even if it's the same person that made that video, if you look and you go back in their videos to either earlier in the season, maybe even last month, last year, they just redo the videos over and over again about how to properly fish this X bait, XYZ baits. Some of them just keep the same video and they just change the date too. But I think they tell you the proper way to fish it, because it takes up time. So you sit there watching a video for 10 minutes. Like, I gotta be able to catch one now. This guy taught me the ancient Chinese secrets of fishing, the chatterbait. Nice. Catch anything? Welcome back, Monkey Luffy. I remember that name. Doing good, doing good. We're winding down here though. Been fishing for almost 3 hours at this time, and earlier we were fishing for about an hour and 15 minutes. A minnow. Hey, a minnow's stuff. It's still a fish, right? Alright, we're going to head to the other side here. We'll cast in a couple of the spots as long as they're open. And then we're going to sign off for the day. Exactly. Minnow's a minnow. It's a fish. It's not a skunk. It's not something you're going to run home and tell people about, but you can at least go home feeling good about yourself, right? Hello, Gonzaga. I think that guy is still fishing there from earlier that was catching the bullheads on worms. He's still fishing over there. I was hoping he'd be gone by the time I came back. It is what it is. Canadian Air Force reporting for duty in front of me here. These birds, at one point, these birds probably were deathly afraid of humans, but over time now, like, they're gonna evolve to just take over the world, I think. I'm gonna say it because it's true. We had at least 6 or 7 catches today. Hey, that's those last fishes. They're like mercy catches, you know. The fish feel bad for you that they get caught right at the end. Come on, one more fish. You can do it. They're jamming out the music over there. Before I did live streams, I'd always just have headphones on, just jamming out. Now I don't listen to music when I fish. I used to bring a speaker once in a while too and have that playing, but you can't have it playing if you're on live stream because you get demonetized for copyright infringement. Where's that baby pike that we had come and bump our bait? I'll gladly take that as my last fish. Good morning, sir. You go fishing, sir? Yeah, I'm fishing right now. 6 catches. We have 6 catches. Alright, let's move down some more. We're running out of chances. We just have this little stretch right here because they're fishing there. So hopefully we get one here. If not, so be it. Hey, 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 yo, yo, yo. Wish I was able to cast it just a little bit further. What's up, Steve? How you doing? I think we're all fished out for today as far as catching anything. These last few casts, we need some luck on our side. The fishing gods could bless us with one more fish, right? It's not meant to be, though. I don't know if you guys keep up on the news, but there's some sort of African bird flying around here in Wisconsin that's only found in Africa. It's like a massive bird. Don't understand where it came from or how it got here. I forgot what kind of bird it was called. It's odd though that it's here. I think I did. I put a hurting on these fish the last couple weeks, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. If you Google Wisconsin African bird, it will probably tell you what bird it is, but I guess it's like kind of flying in a weird like pattern in a certain like, I don't know, like area. I don't know if it's possible for them to fly here, or why they would even do it to begin with, or if it's something like someone had it or something and they let it go. I don't know. I didn't really read up on it. I wonder how long. I know they wouldn't last to the winter, but I wonder if like someone put an alligator in here right now, would it last all summer in here until it got like really, really cold? Probably. So I think it's warm enough here for it to do it. Your phone died? You're back. Nice. We're almost done here. We got the police coming through. They just drive their cars straight through the park. They don't even like get out and look. They just drive through it. Nope, I don't manually close the bail, and you can't make me. If they didn't want it to automatically close from me using the handle, they wouldn't added that feature. It's a feature specifically designed for me. I don't know why someone cares so much about another man's bail. It's how I fish. It's how I've always fished. How I like to fish. I know. I'm not really worried about it though. I got so many reels at home. I only use one for anything anyways. We move on to the next one eventually and donate the old one. They can fix it up. But I'm telling you, I don't go into like live streams and say anything about how someone's fishing just because like that's just how they like to fish. Plus, the way I fish too, I fish really crazily badly with my casting, so sometimes it's the quickest way to stop yourself from getting a snag or something stupid. You know, at the end of the day, this is a $50 reel. I'm not going to treat it like a $600 reel. And even if I have a $600 reel, you know what I'm doing? Same damn thing. No, I've never tried fly fishing and never really wanted to be honest. Man, bro's been farting all live stream. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get lucky with another fish here. You should probably take some gas medication then. You seem pretty gassy. Yep, I am definitely stuck in my ways. And my ways worked. I'm not changing anything. If it works, there's no reason to change. People are allowed to fish however they want to fish. Just like people give me shit for using night crawlers every so often, like, I don't give a damn. Like, why would someone care if I'm using night crawlers or not? Like, "Ooh, he's a lure, bro." It's like, dude, I'm the one fishing. I get crap for using a swivel. I love using swivels, and I catch plenty of fish on it because the fish don't come up to my 3 treble hook bait and go, "Wait a minute, guys. I think I saw a swivel on that. We better hold off. I'm not feeling confident attacking that plastic bait just yet." I'm sure there's $600 reels out there. I think there's $1,000 reels out there. Most of them are bait casters, though. I have a freaking SLX DC bait caster at home. I still throw it on the ground and treat it like it's a piece of crap, because if it can't take a beating, I'm a river fisherman. I ain't gonna ever be nice to my stuff. It's okay to be curious about why someone's doing something a certain way. Like, I don't like if someone said, "Hey, you know, like, why do you use swivels all the time?" I'll tell you. But if someone comes in and starts talking shit about why I'm using swivels, that's completely different. I'm a lazy fisherman that hates retying anytime I want to change my baits. And most of the baits I use are fairly reactionary baits, and also a lot of baits too are potentially could twist your line pretty bad if you didn't have a barrel swivel on. But mostly because I'm lazy. If I want to start fishing with night crawlers right now, I can just take this off and fish with it. PB bass is on this lure right here, right over there, 21.5 inches, 5 pounds. And I asked the fish too after I caught the PB. I said, "What made you bite my neps?" And he said, "Bro, I saw you were using a swivel, and the other fishermen don't do that, so I knew you were the right one to come attack." How's everyone doing? I hate tying knots, man. Oh, shut up, Drew. You know what you can jig? I'm actually very afraid. I'm afraid of jigging. I'm more into jerking. I don't like jigging, I like jerking. I'm the guy that watches the knot tying channels, and then I go to try to tie the knot I just watched how to do it, and like sitting there cursing and rewatching it, slowing it down, pausing it, and still can't tie the right knot. All right, we're going to do a couple more casts, and then we're going to sign off here. We're at the 3-hour mark. Good time to stop. I go strict polymer knot just because it just works with braid, especially really good. Never had a polymer knot fail me yet. Yeah, they go up to 1,000 at least for certain ones, especially like I think it's the Japanese models that go up really expensive. But anything that people buy, you're always going to find expensive models. Like even look at TVs. You could go out there right now and buy a $200 big screen TV, but if you look, there's TVs that cost still like $5,000 to $10,000 if you look for them. This one has ultra contrast, super dense pixel like complexity. It makes you a sandwich, cooks you dinner. What a TV. Like when I used to work at Best Buy, like way back in the day, and when they were selling those like Pioneer plasma TVs, they were like freaking $5,000-$10,000, but they were definitely the best TVs that we sold it back then. Watching these kids try to bedfish is hilarious. They're like trying to be so stealthy and they're on their knees, and yet they still can't catch them because the bass are like, bro, I saw you already. %. I'm just using a MEPS 4 Aglia hot pink. Just doing a couple more casts here before we leave the creek. Take you fishing. I don't know, that sounds like a dad job for your dad. And if you don't have a dad, your mom. Kind of weird asking a strange guy on YouTube to take you fishing. I've had a bunch of people in India tell me I need to come over to India and live with them, and they can take me fishing in India. I think that's the last time I'll ever be coming back, though, if that happens. It is kind of weird though, like, I mean, I guess, like, who knows why people say anything, but kind of like, you know, just asking a random stranger for a ride, or, you know, just weird. Take me fishing. You don't even know where I am. Yeah, that too. Take yourself. It's called a bike. It's got to be a pedal-powered bike still around somewhere. Maybe a skateboard even. Walking. Should I go over to those kids there, like, hey guys, can you take me fishing next time you go? They'd probably call the cops on me. It's already a pretty thin diameter. Maybe. Yeah, he takes a skateboard. Yeah, you got to find a friend, because then, like, when you get a friend that fishes, and then they eventually get old enough to have a car, then you just call them and say, hey, bro, let's go fishing. And then eventually you get your own car, and then you say, bro, how come you never want to go fishing anymore? I got to drive myself every day. That blue herring just landed right across there. He's fishing. I think that's as far as I can zoom in on this phone. You guys might be able to zoom in a little bit farther. I saw him catch a fish the other day when I showed up. I'm using 20-pound braid, which has the diameter of 8-pound mono, so I'm not really worried about it. How's the day treating me? Pretty good. Overall, it's been pretty good. Nice and relaxing. Versus yesterday when we were just frying ourselves in the sun, struggling to catch anything. I always regret backing out of going fishing until I go sometimes, and then it's a really bad day fishing, and I'm like, I should have stayed home. All right, guys. Last cast. Let's do it. And then I'm going to sign off. And then go get something to eat. Make sure you guys double tap that screen before we end the day. Subscribe if you want to come back and watch some more or check out my content. I do appreciate everyone that's spent the last, who knows how long you've been in here for. We'll be doing more fishing every day. Try to go every day that we can. Double tap that screen. All right, well, that was it, guys. What's up? What's up, Mid? How you doing? All right, guys. It's been a long day. Fun day, though. Long, fun day fishing. Long, fun weekend of fishing, to be honest. But aren't they always, usually? It's the going back to work part that makes everything suck. Or school if you're going back to school. But we're going to be doing this again tomorrow. Hopefully we can catch some more bigger fish. We're getting there, though. The weather's still kind of evening out. We're still mid-May. A lot of the big fish, big fishing is still yet to come. So hopefully you guys will come along on the journey as we push towards 10,000 subs. And who knows after that then where we're going to head. But everyone have a great evening. Tight lines. Double tap really quick for me. And everyone have a great night. Wisconsin, by the way.